Kevin Ekobedu Taylor. How are you guys doing? I know you guys are so anxious to hear what we have to tell you this morning. It's exactly 9:40. Eastern US time. I know it's definitely 3:40 in Ghana. My name is Kevin Ekobedu Taylor. My producers are the Ghost team. This is going to be short. This is going to be brief. It's breaking news. Breaking news day. When it is Tuesday, is breaking news. How is everyone doing? I just heard the NDC just filed their case in court, in the Supreme Court. They're going to be challenging the results of the 2020 elections. That's not what we'll be talking about today. It's actually related to it a little bit, but it's something totally different, and it's going straight to the Supreme Court. Ya Canada, you say why you say Ghana? Why you say Ghana? Yes, so I would like to say this first before we start the breaking news. This envelope just came in from Ghana. Every single Supreme Court judge, this is their docket. Yes. I hope in Ghana we know what the Supreme Court judges, how much their salary is. The Obiaje and yes. You say when you become a Supreme Court judge, right? Yes. You say investment, yes. You amount of money, how much you're supposed to spend, yes. Me say every single Supreme Court judge in Ghana today. You see, Mama Papa and Yashi as the case started in court, and we know now that the NDC they have officially petitioned the Supreme Court. We will be revealing things. They say, let's do the right thing and then we all sleep peacefully. Let us do the right thing, then every single individual can sleep peacefully. This just came in this morning. Let me drop it here. It's all the hidden files of our Supreme Court judges in Ghana. The hidden files, what they do and we don't know. This envelope just came in this morning, so we will be doing everything as the case starts, because Obianya the right thing. But today the breaking news is big, is huge. Some people are doing everything possible to undermine our democracy. Some people in our judicial system are doing everything possible to undermine our democracy, and we are not going to do that. Makam say, Papa Nyashia, Bonen Nyashi. I was expecting some people to act in a way that they can protect our democracy, but it's looking more like they have become more political than the office they occupy. So we will also go that route and make sure that we all wash our dirty linen in public. That's what I'm saying. All the judges, the Supreme Court judges, your docket is here. It came this morning. FedEx brought it from Ghana. It's here. We will be, as time goes on, we'll be releasing everybody. Say Obia so Obia ndi boneda. Obia nyeshi. Obia fansanko Obia de. We will let this sit here, but I'll be moving on. The breaking news is here. Now, something is happening that we need to understand. If you're Ghanaian, you're a young man, a young woman who believe or who voted for John Dramani Mahama, the 6 million Ghanaians and over, you have to understand that this is not a fight for just one person. We all have to come together and fight. The police are doing everything possible. The dumb IGP and his drunk CID boss, that is what they are doing now to suppress the people. Today, you cannot demonstrate in Ghana if you are with the NDC, but I would like to tell you people that come together. The time to demonstrate is now, especially in the Volta region. This is the time to demonstrate. Don't be scared, because some people are doing everything possible to take your rights from you. This is the time to demonstrate. I keep telling you, where we are in our thousands on the street, nobody can stop us from demonstrating. When we are in our thousands, nobody can stop us from demonstrating. This is the time. From today is war. From today is the time to fight to reclaim our democracy back from Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and this crop of criminals in government today, especially Gabi Asoro-Kyerema. Yes, we need to come out and fight. If we don't speak out, if we don't demonstrate peacefully, these people will use the same judiciary. They will use the same judiciary to take the democracy away from us. The judiciary started destroying the democracy the day they said that we cannot use birth certificates as a source of identification in our country. That was the day Enin Yabua, the CJ, decided to destroy our democracy. He is on a mission to destroy it totally. And it's about time we, the people, stood up together as one people to fight this evil mentality. Now, the breaking news. Let's do this. And then after that, we do the breaking news.
As leader of the NDC, I wish to serve notice that we shall do our part to ensure that our country remains peaceful and that the electoral process proceeds smoothly. But, and a big but, let nobody assume that we will accept the results of a flawed election.
This is breaking news on With All Due Respect. This is breaking news on With All Due Respect. If you're in the Volta region, if you are around Akufu, Lolobi, and those areas, if you come from the Volta region, Ho specifically, make sure that you call a brother to call a brother that this is the time to fight for this nation. If you're in the Ashanti region, the Eastern region, the Volta, the Northern region, every part of Ghana, the 16 regions, you have to make sure you are ready to put everything on the line to save the democracy of this nation, because the judiciary, some people in government today are trying to take away our democracy. Now let's go straight. On Friday, the Chief Justice, CJ, the Chief Justice met the judge who actually placed an injunction on Amewu's case. His name is Michael Boedi, a very solid judge, a very, very solid judge. Some people don't know about this man. Remember, this is the same judge who, you see, we have taken the back seat. We were doing our jobs. We were taking our time. We were investigating. We were taking, and let me clear the air on this. The documents that came in today from Ghana FedEx, from my contacts and from my investigation team, it comes with pictures. It comes with audios. Yes, we will be playing everything because it's looking more like the Supreme Court has become some kids play now. So we will play everything, every single judge in the Supreme Court. We will play it when the case starts. Yes, Papa Nyafi, Abone Nyafi, we brought people up there to save, protect the democracy of this nation. Now watch this. On Friday, the Chief Justice, Enin Yabwa, the Chief Justice called that judge who actually put an injunction on Amewu's results. In fact, Amewu's parliamentary results. Now, this is what happened. He called this man, Michael Boedi, who is a solid judge. And remember, Sir Judge Weyankasa na eti Gregory Afoko case in so or granted Gregory Afoko bail. Remember that issue. Gregory Afoko is still in jail now. This was the same judge who granted Gregory Afoko jail. And at the end of the day, the Chief Justice, this same Chief Justice decided to transfer him. Remember, this same Supreme Court, they transferred this guy because Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, they don't like the idea. He didn't like this judge. So they took him to Ho. That was when they transferred this same judge to Ho. They never knew that the same judge would be at Ho for issues to happen. And let's be very honest here. This man is not working for anybody, or he's peeved because somebody did anything. No, he's doing his job. And we all know it is about the protecting the democracy of this nation and also protecting the rights of Ghanaians. Every Ghanaian has the right to vote. When they are eligible to vote, they have the right to vote. So this was the same judge they transferred to who? They never knew that in 2-3 years' time, there will be a case in front of the judge. And this judge is not a no-nonsense judge. Michael Boedi, you cannot push. He's not a pushover judge. On Pobia position to Supreme Court. On your ready, say he's coming to lick anybody's butt. If it is NDC, if it is NPP, whoever comes in front of him, he makes sure the law works. So at the end of the day, this is the same judge. Chief Justice called him on Friday to come to Accra, tried to pressurize this man to rescind or reverse the decision, and he said no, he's going by the law, and this is a human rights issue. Let me repeat this again. The Chief Justice called this judge to Accra, tried to pressurize this man to change his decision on Amewu's case to make sure he reverses his decision on putting an injunction on it. The man said no, he's going by the law. He's a judge who has sworn to Ghanaians and also to God to serve his country, and that the right thing has to be done. So Michael Boedi, and I respect him for that, he did not do that. Now the Chief Justice has another plan. Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and the Chief Justice, they have planned another thing. And today, you'll be shocked what I'll tell you today. Now, after this whole thing, the Chief Justice, in his own way, trying to protect this president, making sure Akufo-Addo is installed on us as an illegitimate president in every means. You have to remember that we have said over and over that nobody can trust the Chief Justice because he's a political Chief Justice. He has shown over and over. We can talk about cases involving Kennedy Japan. We can talk about cases that he himself tried to suppress the people's will. And then they are there for everybody to see. I'm not making things up. Now, this is what is happening. The Attorney General, Godfred Dame, everybody knows the Godfred Dame. This guy has been the guy this president has been using to suppress a lot of things in Ghana. They have been using Godfred Dame, the Attorney General, to do a lot of things in Ghana that you'll be shocked to know. Remember, this is the same Godfred Dame guy who, at the end of the day, during the COVID-19 era, there was a case against National Identification Authority. Remember, this was the same guy who manipulated the system, manipulated the judiciary to make sure that they got their way out. Remember, Godfred Dame is the same person. Kenny Japan issue by he made sure said the Chief Justice gave him that case, and then he made the case one. He's the same Godfrey Dame. That is his job. Ask yourself, when was the last time you heard about the main Attorney General? Because the main Attorney General is not a pushover on your politician. He is or she is not doing things to please this president. The main Attorney General is there working for the people. But because Akufo-Addo knows he can use Godfrey Dame, that is why every time you see Godfrey Dame doing this dirty job. Remember, PPA, scandal na Godfrey Dame is on the board of PPA. He is the guy manipulating. Sikana Mudino PPA and Godfrey Dame count. So he's been one person now. They are using him as a baby serpent to destroy our democracy. And it is dangerous. Today, something new has come up. And the same people we know, Godfrey Dame and then the Chief Justice. I'm going to tell you the breaking news, and I'm going to push it with facts so that you not sit there in Ghana and say, Kevin is inciting people, because the people should be ready. Stand back, be ready, because it is looking more like the judiciary want to take your rights from you, want to take our democracy from us. And we the people should stand back, be ready to fight for that. You need to, because around this time, it's not a time to joke. The Chief Justice cannot be trusted, and that's what I can say for now. From what I am going to show you today, he cannot be trusted. Now, this is what the Chief Justice instructing the Attorney General to do. You'll be shocked. Now, Godfrey Dame, now, they are trying to tell, I'm talking about the Attorney General. They are trying to tell the Supreme Court, and this is what they are saying. The Attorney General is trying to tell the Supreme to quash. Listen, the Attorney General, Godfrey Dame, which is led by Godfrey Dame, they are trying to tell the Supreme Court to do something for them. What are they trying to tell the Supreme Court? They are trying to tell the Supreme Court that ruling now, Michael Boedi, a ruling will hold, Chika Tamoko Hono, the Supreme Court should nullify it. Now ask yourself, how can the Attorney General be the one trying to tell the Supreme Court to do this? We are talking about the Republic of Ghana. We're talking about our elections. We're talking about an election involving an MP and other MPs in different parties. But the Attorney General at this point has come out, has gone to court to file a case to tell the Supreme Court, the Chief Justice, to nullify that ruling now. Michael Boedina, Chief Justice friend Friday now, or see he will not reverse his decision. As we speak now, let me show you this. This is quite blurred, but the Attorney General has filed a case. And this, he was instructed by Chief Justice to do that. Now, the Attorney General is in court telling the Chief Justice, telling the Supreme Court that they should do everything possible to reverse Peter Ambewu's case now. The judge needed injunction at all because some Ghanaians, they were not allowed to vote. Let's get this right. I want to break it down so that it becomes basic. Some Ghanaians in the Lolobi, Akpefu area, around the whole area, were denied their right to vote. And a judge beating a case, Chika Tamdi case in the court, say this is a human rights issue. And a judge in his own wisdom said, yeah, this is right. These are Ghanaians. They also need to vote. So that particular parliamentary seat, or the whole Tatoso, we need to make sure everything is cleared. Now, the Chief Justice calls this judge to Accra, and this judge says, no, I'm working with the law. Michael Boedi, a solid judge, says, no, he's not going to reverse anything. Today, the Attorney General has been directed by the Chief Justice to file something to the Supreme Court. The Chief Justice has directed the Attorney General to file a case. Now, this is what they have done. The Attorney General is not trying to tell the Chief Justice, the Supreme Court, they should reverse Michael Boedi's injunction in who Ambewu issues. Now, there's a trick here. After the show, I am going to publish all the documents for you to read for yourself. There's no time for these things, but I want you to understand I have the docket and I have what they have filed. Now, the strategy is the Supreme Court too is on break. They're going to get back. They're going to be back at work on the 11th of January. Meaning, say, this is the strategy. As it stands, there is no way Amewu can be sworn in as a member of parliament. Meaning, automatically, the NDC will have majority in parliament. And that they will have to choose the Speaker of Parliament. Now, the Chief Justice, the Supreme Court, they have directed the Attorney General to file a case, and then what they will have to do is immediately they are going to assemble. The Chief Justice is going to assemble a panel of 5. And then when he assembles a panel of 5, what they are going to do is they are going to reverse Michael Boedi's decision in Ho before the 7th of January. Now, when they do that, this is what is going to happen. Amewu will be able to make it to Parliament. They have to swear him in on the 6th. So this is the strategy. The Chief Justice helping the Attorney General, Odame, who is obviously a crook who has been doing this for a long time, that this is what they have to do. So as we speak now, the Attorney General, who is not supposed to be in any case, is not to be supposed to be around this case in any way, is now forcing the Chief Justice, not forcing, collaborating with the Supreme Court and the Chief Justice specifically to make sure that they overturn Michael Boedi's decision in Ho, to make sure that Amewu on the 6th is sworn in so that NDC will not have the majority. If you are sitting home and you think this is a joke, this is not a joke. They are breaking the neck of democracy now. They are destroying our democracy. And as we speak, they have filed. And then let me tell you for a fact, it is going to happen. The Chief Justice is going to immediately assemble some 5 Supreme Court judges. In fact, he's going to be part of it, or for some reasons, he's going to step out and appoint 5 people. Akufo-Addo appointed 5 Supreme Court judges to make sure they overturn this judge's decision in Ho. So as we speak now, the institution that is destroying our democracy now is the Supreme Court, led by the Chief Justice. And it is dangerous because everybody knows that the people in the vote in Ho, they have to vote. And that decision by Michael Boedi cannot be contested in any way. It should stand. Why should the Chief Justice, and even why should the Attorney General, who is the lawyer of the government, be filing a case, filing something to the Supreme Court for the Supreme Court to immediately convene? Remember, this was the same Supreme Court that at the end of the day, a whole Chief Justice made sure that a judge like Wunta sitting on Kennedy Japon's case was kicked out. This is the same Chief Justice. So I don't trust him. I don't trust him to make the right decision. This is the same Chief Justice where a member of Parliament, Kennedy Japan, insulted the Chief Justice and the Supreme Court. At the end of the day, the judge sitting on the case, Enini Yabua told the judge to vacate, leave the case. As we speak, Kennedy is walking. This is the same Attorney General, Godfrey Dame. This is the same guy they used in the NIA case. Remember, in the COVID-19 times, NIA, when they were taken to court, this is the same Attorney General, Godfrey Dame. This is the same Attorney General, Kennedy Japan. This is the same Godfrey Dame. We're talking about Bernard Mona's case. This was the same Godfrey Dame. We are talking about this Ohene Banana of Power FM. It was the same Godfrey Dame. So you have to understand that this Godfrey Dame guy, ask yourself, why hasn't the main Attorney General ever showed up or come out to make a statement involving these political cases, which does not even make any sense? It is always Godfrey Dame because Godfrey Dame has been put there by the president to do these dirty jobs. Now, if you are listening to me today, as we speak, it is the Supreme Court of Ghana that is destroying our democracy. And as we speak, these documents are being filed, and then the person directing the Attorney General what to do to make things easy is the Chief Justice. Yes, it's the Chief Justice. As we speak, how can the Attorney General of the government, Attorney General being the lawyer of the government, file a case to the Supreme Court to make sure that they reconvene quickly and make sure they quash that judgment by Michael Boedi in Ho to make sure that Amewu is sworn in on the 6th? Because if Enini Yabua does not do this now, and the MDC will have majority in Parliament. And this is the most dangerous thing. That's why I'm saying that Papa Nyashwi Abode Nyashwi. Me who say Enini Yabua, the Chief Justice and other judges there, they are not ready to be fair. So we will also wash all our dirty linens in public. I am going to play profiles of what judges are doing in Ghana. Videos, photos, documents. I'm going to do it as time goes on because at this point, everything is on the table. At this point, every single thing is on the table. Nobody is going to look on for people to destroy our democracy again. Ghana is not about Akufo-Addo. If Akufo-Addo lost the elections, he has to step down. It's a fact. Nobody is forcing anybody to say anything. All that we want is justice. And if we are going to use the judiciary to destroy this nation, then we are all going to die at the same time because some people are not better than others. And these are facts. So what I'm trying to tell you right now is simple. In Ho, Michael Boedi made a decision. Some people were disenfranchised. He says that seat, Amewu contested, or say, Yemfa hold into so. Near making sure say the right things are done. Now, because this government, Akufo-Addo Nim say, if Amewu is not sworn in on the 6th or 7th in Parliament, they will have a minority and the NDC automatically have majority and pick the Speaker of Parliament. The Attorney General is being directed, Koliko, by the Chief Justice to file a case. As we speak, it has been filed. Now, what is going to happen is the Supreme Court is going to take that case, and you have to understand, the Supreme Court is on recession. They'll be back on the 11th. But the most dangerous thing they are going to do now is they are going to reconvene. They are going to make this case an emergency case, reconvene about 5 judges, the Chief Justice, and make sure they overturn Michael Boedi's decision in who. As we speak on Friday, Michael Boedi was called to come to Accra, pressurized, and he did not bow because he is not working for any political party. He's working with the law. So let us be straightforward here. Where we are now, it is not you, it is not me. It is the Supreme Court that will destroy our democracy. And until we all come out, start to speak, start to demonstrate, especially people in Ho, start to make sure the right thing is done. Nobody should be disenfranchised. We need to speak up. We need to come out. Don't let anybody intimidate you. We are more than the army. We are more than the police. All that we want is the right thing to be done. That's it. And we should not let this pass. If you make this pass, that's it. Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo from day one has been manipulating the system, has been making sure that we, the people, we have become slaves in our own nation. We should not allow that. I'm going to publish all these documents, and it is being led by Odame, who is being directed by the Chief Justice. How can it be this way? Today, the NDC, they have filed their case. How can anybody on earth believe the Supreme Court and this Chief Justice? Nobody. Nobody on earth will believe this Supreme Court and Chief Justice. But this docket I have here, it will show families, because we need to know our Chief Justice, our Supreme Court judges. We need to know them. They are Ghanaians. We need to know them. We need to know where they live, their investment, their business, what they were into, what they are still into. These are things we have to put out there because they are Supreme Court justices and we believe that they are clean. So if we put it out there as time goes on, when the case starts, then we will all get to a point, because it's getting to the point some people want to destroy us and we are not going to allow that. We don't come here and say things and walk away. We come here with facts. And after this, I'm going to publish this. Start making your calls. Start asking if this is a lie. This is the truth. And this is what Chief Justice is doing right now. He has been doing this for too long and it is too much. And we cannot allow him to keep on doing this. The same Chief Justice protected Kennedy Japan, kicked out a very reputable judge sitting on the case. This same Chief Justice is now manipulating the system to make sure that the Attorney General, who is the lawyer of the president, the Attorney General, who is the lawyer of the president, files a case to the Supreme Court and makes sure that he gathers politically appointed Supreme Court judges to overturn a decision that we all know is right. Where are we? And now the main opposition party, the NDC, are in court today. They filed their case. Do you think anybody is going to get free judgment in this court? No. But we, the people, can make that decision. We, the people, can make that decision because we voted. And we know who we voted for. We should not make some people sit on some bench and destroy the democracy that we have built all these years. That is why from today, when the case starts, I will also not forgive anybody. Nobody should forgive me. Let us all try and let the world know who we are, who we truly are, if we are in to serve our nation or in to serve some people. It is getting out of hand, and this is the time we have to start speaking. This is the breaking news. I'm going to publish everything on loudsilenceradio.com. Start asking questions. Go to the court. Say, is this true? Has Godfrey Dame filed this? Is he trying to tell the Supreme Court to change this, to overturn this, to get Amewu to Parliament? Amewu does not deserve to be in Parliament. The laws are there, clear. People have been disenfranchised. Why is this happening? If this had happened in Eastern Region, do you think the president would be quiet? Some Ghanaians were refused their right. Some Ghanaians were not allowed to vote. But the president is quiet. He's not speaking on it. If you think this had happened in the Ashanti region, would the president be quiet? If it had happened in the Eastern region, will he be quiet because it's a stronghold? No, because it happened in the Volta region, in Hope, because he thinks that they are animals as usual. And I keep telling my brothers from the Volta region that if you support the MPP, you went to vote for them, you are foolish because the president does not even see you people as humans. The president does not see people in the Volta region, especially as humans. So has he spoken on this matter? Has he? But today, he's still manipulating the system to make sure that Amewu, who is illegitimate right now, is sworn in. It should not happen. This must not happen. The people who were refused their rights to vote, they deserve the right thing. They deserve to vote. the right thing must be done. We should not allow this Chief Justice to destroy us. We need to get on the street. We need to demonstrate. We need to let our voices be heard. The demonstration can be ugly because that is what this government is calling for. The demonstration can be ugly because since the NDC or people in Ghana, the 6 million people who voted for Mahama, decided to demonstrate peacefully, I have never seen or heard anyone hurt anybody. But it looks more like the police are now making these people their targets so the demonstration can get ugly. And when it gets ugly, remember, it's going to get ugly to the point where we cannot differentiate a policeman from a civilian. Yes, it is going to get uglier. And some people keep saying, why the demonstration? Why are you burning tires? Who demonstrates in their room? Ask yourself. You are not pleased about something. You are angry about something. Somebody's cheating you. Why do you sit in your room and demonstrate? That is not demonstration. You only demonstration means going out to let people know peacefully how you feel. And that is what people are doing on the street. So if the IGP, this dumb IGP and this dumb CID boss can only arrest the opposition, people who are demonstrating on the street, then these same people they are enemies to the people. I'm talking about the police have now become enemies to the civilians. And we should not let this slide. So it's about time. The revolution should start now. The peace talk is nonsense without justice. This is what the Chief Justice is doing now. This is what the Supreme Court is going to do now. And trust me, he is going to do it. We are the only people that can stop him. Trust me, this man is going to do it. He's going to make sure he nullifies that judgment that Michael Bwedi actually made in Ho to make sure Amewu makes it to Parliament because he wants to do everything possible to give NPP the majority in Parliament. We voted. A single man and his group of men cannot do that to us. Cannot. So I'm telling every young Ghanaian, the 6 million people who voted for the NDC, people who think about democracy, this is the time. We've been talking about the revo, to protect this nation, to maintain our democracy. This is the time. The beginning is now. And it is our Supreme Court that is destroying our democracy, not anybody else. It started. We saw it. Now, it is looking more like they are ready, so we should also be ready. Things don't look good. This is just the breaking news. You know, I'm supposed to start work on the 1st of January. I don't know whether I'm going to be back again on air, but the probability is very, very high. I came to give you this breaking news. I'll be back to explain more things to you. But after the show, you can go on loudsilenceradio.com. You have access to all the documents there to know that all that I'm talking about are facts. If anybody thinks or sees that all that I'm saying here is a lie, they should come back and tell the world that Kevin Taylor lied to the whole world. Thank you very much for being part of this breaking news. Start making the calls. Start telling friends. People in the Volta region also deserve the right to vote. Amewu, as we speak now, cannot be sworn in. Cannot be sworn in as the Member of Parliament in Ghana. You're still listening to With All Due Respect Extended Version. I'll be back maybe today or tomorrow or on the 1st. Have a wonderful day.
As leader of the NDC, I wish to serve notice that we shall do our part to ensure that our country remains peaceful and that the electoral process proceeds smoothly. But, and a big but, let nobody assume that we will accept the results of a flawed election.